Hello everyone, it's FluffyPinkYak, and I've got a battle against some dude called Trivium from the interwebs. So yeah, we decided to have a standard battle, and I brought some new pokes for you all to see. He said at the beginning of the battle that he was on Diamond and Pearl, which means I couldn't bring my Rotom form, and he has a hypnosis lead that has a 70% hypnosis accuracy thing. So yeah, I fall asleep, but that's okay because I got a Lumberry and I'm using a very boring, very standard Mixpert lead. Get my Stealth Rocks up, which is great. And then I go into my Sleep Fodder, which is Heracross because it has 3 attacks and Sleep Talk. Because of Guts, it's like the ultimate status absorber thing, as long as it's not Para, because Para would be annoying. So of course it's my luck and I get a close combat on the Sleep Talk and then wake up the second turn. So he takes me out with a Shadow Ball, and that was pretty crappy from Heracross, and I do apologise for that. So now I really need something to be able to take 2 Shadow Balls, which Zapdos can do, but it gets a special defense drop, which is really bad. Fortunately my saving grace comes now in the form of Parahax from this Thunderbolt. So this turns out to be a very Haxy battle, but still quite close and fun nevertheless. He explodes now after I roost, but because I'm at full HP and bulky as hell, that explosion is not going to take me out, and I live on 88 HP. So a weird play here, he goes into Snorlax. Really don't know why, unless he was going to Earthquake me as I roost, but then I'd probably still live it. But basically it's a free roost for me. He might see it as Stout Fodder, but my Swampert can take anything from that Snorlax, even if it gets like 10 curses up. Not that 10 curses would do it any good because the max is 6. Plus I have Roar on Swampert, so he's going to have to attack or I'm going to just phase him out. So yeah, he goes for the curse and I just roar him out, and that's the end of his fun with cursing Snorlax. Brings in a great switch for me, because nothing this thing can do if it's physical is going to touch me. And I misclick on the Stealth Rock instead of the Earthquake. Could have taken that Evi down there if I actually hit the right button, but yeah, you know, misclicks happen, what can you do? And Skarm comes in to take the second Earthquake, which is kind of crap. So knowing that he has Evi, I am not going for a Thunderbolt on the Skarm, I'm just going to go straight for a Heat Wave, because it would still do some nice chunky damage to Skarm. Hits the Evi pretty hard as well, because Evi's crap. I'm sorry to say it, but I've seen so many of them lately, and I don't know why they're coming back, because they're just shitty. So yeah, that thing's dead in 2 Heat Waves. Crit didn't matter. Ice Punch didn't kill me because fail. And he comes in with a Snorlax. And it turns out he's actually running Skarm, Snorlax, Cresselia, which is as good as Skarm Bliss Cress, if not even more annoying, because Snorlax is kind of offensive as well. So minus cool points there for that, even though I'm using a Hori team. At least it ain't Skarm Bliss Cress or something like that. I go for the Roar on the second turn, expecting that Skarm to come back in to take my EQ, but he just body slams and takes me out. So now I go into my Latias, and he stays in, which is weird because the only reason I would come in would be to trick that Choice Scarf onto Snorlax and fuck him up. So now he's stuck in Curse with the Choice Scarf, and that's just funny. So he goes away and I Thunderbolt the switch in, thinking it might have been the Skarmory to take a Draco Meteor. Probably should have gone for the Draco Meteor anyway, but what are you going to do? Parahax from Thunderbolt's always nice. And to top it off, no, that's not yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. I go into Zapdos now to see if he's got Toxic or Thunder Wave. Yeah, so Death Fodder. And I go into my Latias again, this time to Draco Meteor him in the face. At which point I get a juicy crit. And I'd like to say serves him right for using Cress, Skarm and Snorlax. But that's kind of harsh, because I've already had quite a lot of hacks, and he's had quite a lot of hacks, so yeah. Another Draco Meteor is going to take this thing out, and it wouldn't be able to come back in anyway because of the Stealth Rock. paralysed as well, so it's just about as useless as it gets. And down it goes. But I'm at -4 now, and the inevitable happens. He has a dragon type thing to throw at me in the form of Salamence. Could have been a free setup for him, and that would have been crappy. Going to a physical wall anyway, expecting Outrage or Dragon Claw to hit Latias on its weaker side. And he gets a crit, because this battle is obviously full of crits. That's fine though, because I can go into this thing and Ice Punch, and EQ won't do all that much. Even if he's got Max Attack, Adamant or something, Life Orb, Metagross can probably still take it. Just about. So that thing's dead from an Ice Punch, obviously. Unfortunately, I'm down from a Life Orb recoil, and that kind of really sucks because that's my late game sweeper dead. Well, 2 of my late game sweepers are dead. Heracross kind of helps late game as well. So all he's got is the Skarm and the Snorlax. And to my surprise, his Skarm actually takes this Thunderbolt. Not exceedingly well, of course, but survives it nonetheless, and that is a Latias delivering a special attack on a Skarm. But instead of going for the damage, he goes for the Roost, which is really weird, because if he went for the damage there and then switched into Snorlax, he probably would have been able to take me out. Anyway, I hit this thing with a Thunderbolt as it comes in now, which is, I don't know, kind of weird. And then I'm going to get a Draco Meteor, and I believe it crits, so that's that. What can I say? 2 crit Draco Meteors on 2 walls is kind of lame, but what are you going to do? As long as it's not against me, I don't care. So now it's Skarm versus Latias 1-on-1. If he had Brave Bird, I still don't think he would have killed me. And he's going to be taken out into Thunderbolts. So yeah, could have gone either way at the end there if he made a better play using the Skarm and the Snorlax, but well, whatever. It was a good game, and thanks for watching, and 50 subs, woohoo! I'll see you all later. Bye bye!